Yeah. Whoa. Out of Miami with a scholar's mind. PhD, but it's still so kind. Cultural roots in the work is done. Teaching us how care is one of it. Healthcare vision steady and strong. I see you, D-Mac. I see you, Miss Pretty Rockstar. I see you. Let me go ahead and post it up. Everyone joining on in. We are grabbing our daily heart meat. We are liking the live. Lady Red, I see you. Welcome on in. I'm just posting it to my story and sending it out. We are grabbing our daily heart meat. We are liking the live. She ready. I see you. Welcome on in. But still the same. Support the spirit, not chasing fame. In every room, he shows the code. Respect the space, uplift the host. Rules of engagement, calm and clear. How to show up, how to appear. Community over. Okay, we good. All I need is set up. Leaders truly win. He don't just talk it. He models it. Every comment intentional deliberate. Okay, did I post it to my story? She ready. I see you. Thank you so much. Lady Red, I see you sharing out the live. Thank you so much. Let me turn this down. I'm screaming. As you guys know, we are grabbing our daily heart meat. We are liking the live. Once we hit 6K likes, we're going to go ahead and get started on our trending topic in healthcare. Habisha, the therapist, I see you. Habisha, today we're doing Dr. Frazier. Let me send it out. We are grabbing our daily heart meat. We are liking the live. Once we get to 6K likes, we're going to get onto our trending topic in healthcare. Then we're going to do our interview guests. And then we are going to wrap it up with some professor tips. I got some good jobs to share with you guys, some good remote jobs. Let me go ahead and... Aaron, I see you. Welcome on in. I appreciate you. She ready. You see the thing that they made? Okay, so that's how it looks. The doc emoji. Okay. Ren Patrice, I see you. Welcome on in. We are grabbing our daily heart meat. We are liking the live. Once we hit 6K likes, you guys know the drill. We are gonna get started on our trending topic. Elle Mique, I see you. Welcome on in. Elle Mique, they're already using the I don't even know what it's called. What is it called? The thing that says doc. What is that called? Habisha, I see you. Habisha, the therapist, welcome on in. What is that called? Like the I don't even know how to pin it. Community gift. There you go. My community gift. Let me pull up my trending topic. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Elle Mique, I see you. Thank you so much. I see you. This is a good one. I got a good trending topic today. It should be interesting because we probably all know somebody who could benefit from this. But still the same. Support the spirit, not chasing fame. In every room, he shows the code. Respect the space, uplift the host. And we post it to the story. Calm and clear. How to show up, how to appear. Community over cloud or trend. That's how leaders truly win. He don't just talk it, he models it. Every comment intentional, deliberate the blueprint for what it means. Kabisha, I see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Tuesday nights at 7, we're on the way. Trending topics, breaking it down. Bringing real experts into town. Okay, we good. Okay, I see the comments going. Hold on, let me catch up. Alma's Habisha, I see you. Thank you so much for the community gift. Oh, hold on. Let me read this. Lady Red said, I have an interview tomorrow for a social work position in a long-term care facility. Lady Red, I'm sending you some grace. Good luck tomorrow. Be confident. Go step into the job like you already have the job. You see, whenever I go into an interview, I speak to them like I already have it. I speak to them like this job is mine. I speak to them like I'm the only candidate that they should be interviewing, and don't go into there being cocky. I'm not saying it in a cocky manner. I'm saying it in like, this job is mine. I was made for this job. My skill set, my educational background. What I've been doing is why I'm applying to this job. So go and lean into it in that manner. But go into that interview tomorrow as the job is already yours. And they will see that confidence. The confidence should exude. I know it can be a little bit nerve-wracking at times. They're interviewing you, but you are also interviewing them. A lot of people forget that. On job interviews, yes, you're being interviewed, but you should also be interviewing the job. Can the job hire you as well? Or is the job a good fit? Oh, you guys almost just made me curse. Is the job a good fit? So Lady Red, I hope I'm sending you good luck. I'm sending you grace tomorrow. But step into that job like the job is yours, number one. And also make sure you ask your follow-up questions. When Lady Red, when then people ask you about the questions for tomorrow, any questions for us, you always have questions for them. Even if you don't have no questions, make it up in the top of your head. What does success look like in this role? Long-term wise, are there opportunities for growth? Make them questions up. Show the people that there is interest, okay? But most importantly, step into that job like it's already yours. Step into the interview like it's already yours. As you guys can see, we are grabbing our daily heart rate. We are liking the live. Once we hit 6K likes, we're going to go ahead and get started on our trending topic in healthcare. Being that my friend Lady Red has a job tomorrow, let me play my other song that my friend made for me. Aaron Turner, I see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, we halfway there. A great community of educators. Who else has been applying to jobs? Who else got job interviews? As we're waiting, who else has been applying to jobs? And who else may have a job interview coming up? I'm always applying to jobs. Elle Mique, I see you with the repost. Thank you. You always got to be applying to jobs. Apply to these jobs even if you don't want to look for a job. Just apply, see what's out there. And then also, go on these interviews. Practice your interviewing skills. Brush up on them skills. Brush up on what, people are doing in interviews. See what other employers are asking for, Oh, hold on. Cami, I think you're new here. Cami, welcome on in. I'm currently studying for medical code. Okay, medical coding and billing is good. Enter the medical field, but I'm a Spanish speaker. Okay, so cool. Cami, are you doing the program in person or are you doing it online? Because I know some of those exams, like those standardized exams, they don't offer them in another language. Or is yours being offered in Spanish, or how is that going to work for you? Drop it down in the chat. And thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Office Hours with Dr. Johnson. Oh, she ready? You have it? Okay, well, she ready. I hope you heal soon so you can get back to applying to these jobs. We have to apply to these jobs. Okay, let me scroll back up in the chat. Let me see. Cami, where are you located, Cami? Are you in, what state are you located in? Medical coding and billing is a great program to get into. You could always find you a job, remote or in person. There's lots of coding positions. Even if you don't do coding, you could even do like utilization management for an insurance company. You could even do, you could even work within surgical services and their coding department or their scheduling department. There's so much you could do. Coach Rhonda, I see you. Welcome on in. We're just getting started. We are grabbing our daily heart rate and we are liking the live. Once we hit 6K likes, we're going to go ahead and get started on our trending topic in healthcare. But I'm just following up with my chat and seeing what they got going on. Cami, where are you located? Because, okay, you're in Houston and you're doing the program online. Cami, are the questions that you're studying, are they in English, or how is it been going for you? And I'm assuming that English is your second language, correct? Good evening, Coach Rhonda. I see you. Welcome on in. Yes, in English. Are you having trouble like keeping up? Like, how is it like? Is the test going to be in English or is it going to be in Spanish? Like, are there going to be any accommodations for you? How is that going to work for you? Are you being that English is not your first language, are you retaining the information? Oh, you're learning English. You're not fluent in it yet. You see? That's perseverance. You got to keep, kudos to you. Kudos to you. But just know that medical coding and billing, it's a great field to start into the healthcare field, the medical field overall. And even once you have your medical coding and billing certification, and you go and get a college degree after, you could go and do so much more within healthcare administration, operations management. You can even go on the finance side, revenue cycle management. There's so much you could do with medical coding and billing, okay, Cami? But just do what you got to do. Brian the therapist, welcome on in. I see you. We're grabbing our daily harmony. We're liking the live. Once we hit 6K likes, we're going to go ahead and get started on our trending topic in healthcare. Hold on, let me scroll up and make sure I didn't miss anything. You see that? Look at that in the chat. Damn, it's loud. Aaron said somebody reached out to him looking for coders today. You guys, like I always say, healthcare is collaborative. Healthcare is definitely collaborative. It's your dream to be a CP. Oh, it is? Cami, guess what? You are going to be studying, Brian the therapist, thank you so much for the roses. You are going to be studying for your medical coding and billing, and you're going to be learning English along the way. Kudos to you. You really doing it, because I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy. We almost there. Let me get my stuff pulled up. Let me get everything pulled up. This is a good one. Step in the room, it's time to lead in. A great community. Yeah, you can't give up. Do not give up. Okay, I see you guys with the congratulations in the chat. Lady Red 2, finishing with your master's degree in social work in 5 weeks. You better hurry up and do it. There's jobs out here to be working. You better do it. You better do it. And I know you can do it, Lady Red. Did I post it to my story? I can't remember now. Let me just post it to my story just in case. No, I think I did. They want to go there to get started shortly. Okay. I think I did. Habisha, you hear my song? This is what two of my friends made me on here. Habisha, I want you to start going live more so some of my people can go into your live and, you know, get a vibe for what you got going on and then create you a song. They blessed me. Like I've told you guys a story. They blessed me with the song. I didn't ask her. I'm so grateful for it. This one was done by something you could use, and my office hours one. The other one was done by Elle Mique. She should be in the chat. But I'm so grateful and appreciative. I have a company, and I have another one, a third one that was done by Her Divine Alchemy. So I have just a variety that is go back and forth. But I love this one too. Being that we're talking about jobs, let's drop the apply anyway. Cami, yes, if this is your first time here, please keep in touch with me. I would love to know, continue hearing about your journey. I teach healthcare. It be too loud sometimes, so I do not do medical coding and billing. I'm in the healthcare administration space, so I teach all the courses. I teach at 3 different schools: operations management, decision making in healthcare, human resources in healthcare, introduction to public health. Dr. T, I see you. Welcome on in. We're just getting started on my trending topic in healthcare. Y'all welcome. Office hours with Dr. Johnson. Dr. T's in the building. So a variety of different courses relating to health management, Cami. But as you know, healthcare is collaborative, like I say, and medical coding and billing is hand in hand with healthcare administration. It's under that umbrella. So definitely keep in touch if this is your first time here. I go live every Tuesday, 7 p.m. We do a trending topic in healthcare. We interview a different guest, or sometimes it's a collaborative conversation with a previous guest, just a recap of what they got going on. Dr. T, I see you. Welcome on in. I see you. I appreciate you. And then I also wrap it up with some professor tips. And my professor tips are always, some jobs, remote jobs within healthcare. Who's hiring? Because I know a lot of people are on the job market, okay? Let's jump right into it. Today's trending topic is, Please, you guys, hold me down in the chat. I just want to get through this. I'm going to need some F1s, okay? We are going to be discussing Medicare and GLP-1, okay? What the program is called, Dr. Lolo, I see you, Dr. Lolo. I see you. Welcome on in. The program is called the Medicare and GLP-1 Bridge, okay? Medicare starting July 1st, right? Starting July 1st of this month, this July, Medicare is going to be starting to pay for GLP-1 medications for their population, the senior citizens. Okay, I know someone like they don't need the GLP-1s. They want to be healthy, right? We want our families to be healthy, right? No matter how old they are, we want them healthy, right? Let's jump right into it. So on July 1st, I didn't speak on this last week because we were still wrapping up on men's mental health, and I wanted to make sure we were honing in on some of those resources as it related to mental health for the men. And we are still going to be leaning in on the mental health for the men because y'all don't want to be going to therapy. Y'all don't want to sit on nobody's couch. Y'all don't want to take nobody medication. Y'all just want to just thug it out and just do it on your own. But sometimes we need that extra push. Okay? I see you, Dr. T. I see you, Aaron. So let's jump right into Medicare and GLP-1. So starting July 1st, Medicare will begin a short-term demonstration. You guys, I have my second screen here. It's always real news, real facts. So I'm putting my notes from the article that I'm bringing to you guys, okay? So if you see me looking away, that's what I have going on. So July 1st of 2026, Medicare started a short-term demonstration called the Medicare GLP-1 Bridge that will provide eligible Medicare Part D beneficiaries with access to certain GLP-1 drugs. Can I have some F1s in the chat? Frequently asked questions, we're going to get into it. The number one frequently asked questions, what is we all know what Medicare is, and we all know what Medicaid is. There's a difference between Medicare and Medicaid, okay? However, this is leaning towards the Medicare Part D beneficiaries. What is Medicare Part D? This is office hours with Dr. Johnson, so I'm going to break it down for you guys. Medicare Part D is an optional, federally approved private insurance plan that covers the cost of outpatient prescription medications. F1 in the chat. It is available to anyone enrolled in the original Medicare program and can be purchased as a standalone plan or included with your main Medicare Advantage plan. What does it cover? Let's top into coverage. It helps pay for both brand name and generic prescription drugs. F1 in the chat. Each plan uses formulary, which is tiered list detailing exactly which drugs are covered at what cost. I just wanted to provide you guys what is Medicare Part D. That's what Medicare Part D is. Okay, so let's jump back over into the Medicare GLP-1 Bridge. So they will be launching the Medicare GLP-1 Bridge short-term demonstration, a pilot program that will provide eligible Medicare Part D beneficiaries to access to these GLP-1 drugs. This is a short-term program, so that they're trying to pilot it. They're trying to figure out, will this work? Will the people take it? Will it be effective? They're going to find out. So the program is from July 1st, 2026 to December 31st, 2027. Y'all better tell y'all folks to get, if they need it, if they on the heavy side, if they can't breathe, if they're having trouble sleeping at night, put them on a GLP-1. Obviously with the guidance of their doctor, put them on a GLP-1. Okay, what is a GLP-1 also? We have Wegovy, we have semaglutide, we have Ozempic, we have tirzepatide. Can I drop some F1s in the chat, please? The Medicare GLP-1 Bridge will operate outside of the Medicare Part D benefits coverage and payment flow. As a result, Part D sponsors will not carry any risk for eligible GLP-1 drugs furnished under the Medicare GLP-1 Bridge program. All that is required from these beneficiaries is a $50 monthly fee. $50 and you can get your month's worth of your GLP-1 drug of choice. F1's in the chat. $50, and we all know how much these GLP-1s cost. $300-400 easily. $300-400 easily every month. Okay. Now, I just want to briefly ask, this is no judgment here. Do we all know somebody who is on the heavy side? Do we have an older auntie, an older grandpa, an older mom, an older aunt who is eligible for Medicare, who is on the heavy side, who would need some assistance to lose weight? And also, do you guys know that folks who do suffer from sleep apnea, they prescribe them a GLP-1? helps them lose weight, and also they could breathe better at night. So GLP-1, it does touch on a variety of different things. Okay. However, now that we have Medicare covering this cost for these specific groups of people, do you think they would use it? Do you think it will be effective? I want to hear what you guys are saying in the chat. Aaron Turner, I want to see what you got to say. Elle Mique, I see you. Thank you so much. I want to hear what you guys are going to say before we go on over, because today we lots of moving parts today in our office hours. Lots of moving parts. I want to hear from you guys briefly. Do you guys think our citizens will use this GLP-1 bridge program from July 1st, 2026 to December 31st, 2027? GLP-1 bridge program to assist in paying for Wegovy, semaglutide, also known as Ozempic, tirzepatide, also known as Zepbound, to help them lose weight. You're only paying $50 a month. And I know some people are, not really too big on the GLP-1s. It's a good kickstart to, assist you in losing weight, get your metabolism going. Do you think these populations would use it? However, on the flip side, you think about it, they're older. They may not want to put that much stress on your body. Sometimes it causes tachycardia for some people. Do you think they would put themselves to it? Eve Rose, I see you. Welcome on in. Do you guys think so? I don't. It's 50-50 with me. With my 70-year-old grandma, I don't know if I'll put her on a GLP. Not that she needs it that much, but if she want to get real skinty, grandma, go on ahead, grandma. Do what you want to do, grandma. But just know you're only paying $50 a month versus $350. Or I know somebody right now who's paying $300, almost $400 a month for a GLP-1. Right now, I know somebody who's doing that. Coach Ronald said, yes, I believe there will be an interest if they have the extra. You see what you said? You said something pivotal. If they have the extra $50, because we know that population, some of them are retired and some of them are on a fixed income. However, they're going to find that $50 so they can get back down to a size 6 or a size 8 or a size that's healthy to them. They're going to find that $50. Okay? Look at me calling you Dr. Habisha. Habisha therapist, it is required. Obviously, it does make it challenging. It can make it challenging. Hold on. Let me bring up my guest. Hold on. For us to have a conversation today. Elle Mique, can you see me? Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, so you got the blue here now. I see you. Mira,
Yeah.
hold on. I'm a senior major in healthcare admin. Can I shout out you? Mira, send me a message. Thank you so much for finding my page. I appreciate you being here. Mira, send me a message and I'll follow up with you after I'm done with my office hours. Let me put in this headphone so you can hear me clearly. Okay, so I wanted to hold on. Can I get some thumbs up in the chat if the audio is still good?
It is. No, that doesn't make it better.
Okay, I can hear you now. Testing, you can hear me? Okay, I can hear. Okay, we good. I can hear you. Elle Mique, thank you so much for taking the time to stop by office hours today. We all know Elle Mique. Elle Mique is a regular here. Okay, I wanted to bring part of my conversation today. I wanted to bring Elle Mique over here to office hours with Dr. Johnson. She is hooting and a hollering, telling everybody that Dr. Johnson done pushed her back into a program. Dr. Johnson done made her go back to school to get a doctorate degree. So today I have to start doing this more. Remember last week I had it was a light conversation with me and her divine alchemy. I like that. Maybe I should start incorporating that more into my office hours. But I wanted to invite you back so you can formally tell me to my face and to everybody else your experience so far, I would love for you to share just a brief background, educational, professional background, just to remind the people, what you got going on, who you are, and then let the people know what program Dr. Johnson forced you to get into. Take it away, Miss Elle Mique.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Elle Mique, and I am an educator, an elementary educator. I'll be entering my 25th year here at the end of the month. I have my bachelor's degrees from Temple University in Philadelphia. I went to Georgia State for my master's in elementary education, and I started post-master's coursework at Walden University when my child was 2 years old. And that was an exclusively online program that I did the coursework above and beyond that. And then there was a point where I was just supposed to be writing the paper. And when she was in second grade, I was a single parent. I needed to pay her some more attention, and I didn't have the support between her and what it took to go to school. Maybe I didn't say I'd been pursuing my doctorate, and so I stopped when she was in second grade.
Okay. Now I want to hear about the program.
Should I
You're a
tell the
doc.
whole story?
You can
So,
brief. You can brief. You can give us some cliff
okay,
notes, please. Give us some
because
cliff
from that
notes.
point, from that point, when I stopped, the world keeps on spinning, and you go to work, and I didn't have to teach with a doctorate. That was just something I thought I might do to see what other avenues it could take me in. And at that point, I was more mid-career. Now, at this point, I'm at the end. But it was one day, and I'm not even going to act like I don't know the date. It was February 22nd that you and I were co-working. And I had told you that I was ABD, which is the term that we use, which means all but dissertation, because that's really all that I needed to do was to get my paper done. But I didn't have the discipline and with a young child, I didn't have whatever it took to just sit and write and spend those kind of hours that you know about.
Right.
So you and I spoke, and you encouraged me to, you have to finish, you have to finish. And even there were people in your chat that night that were talking about going back to school, and it wasn't about my age. I just kind of didn't know. I just kind of want to mosey on out to the pasture. And so, but because, like what happens with a planted seed, right? It starts to take root. So I called to Georgia State because I had said that if I was going to go back to school at all, I had to be in a brick and mortar place where I could be in community and deal with people. And on that Friday afternoon, the person that I needed to speak to was not there, but I knew that they were going to not probably take my credits that were more than 7 years old. And I was going to have probably start over again with their 63 credits. That same Friday afternoon, I called back to Walden because I said, I wonder if my credits would go further
Right.
at Walden, because that's where I had been. And when I called that same Friday, the gentleman that I needed to speak to was not there. But the person who answered said, the man over ABD isn't here right now, but we'll take your message. And so, I said, it was interesting to me. But there was a whole person in the 13 years that I'd been there who was over students who matched my description of being all but dissertation. So when Monday came, that guy could not call me back quickly enough because I was just curious to see what it entailed. And so I found out on that Monday that Walden has implemented a program as of November 2025, where in 1 year, if the paper is all that you have to do, and you agree to switch from doing your own research to this capstone program, that in 4 quarters you can have it done. And so, you I'm only upset with you when I'm working hard, spending my summer working hard. But
Right.
the long and the short of the story is that if in a year I will be Dr. Meek, and it will be because you encouraged me to go. So I don't know what you want him to put in the chat, but I do
Okay.
appreciate you.
Okay. So,
Yes,
thank you so much for sharing your story, Elle. Part
yes,
of the
one
reason,
year.
yes, 1 year. Habisha, part of the reason why I wanted to bring you up was I consistently get so many messages. Dr. J, I want to go back to school, but I'm not sure if I could do it. Dr. J, I'm working full time. I got kids at home. I have, I'm juggling a lot. I don't know if I could do it, you know?
Mhm.
So I always find when I come across people like you who have a career, years of experience, and you've decided to go back to school, I always want to bring you guys back and highlight what's your experience, what you got going on.
Mhm.
Come and tell everybody else. Come and tell these bachelor's level students. You see them in the chat. Come and tell them what your experience is like, where you've went to work for years, and then
Mhm.
you've decided to go back to school because you want that DR in front of your name. That DR in front of your name feel good. That DR in front of your name, it does feel good. Dr. T, I know it feel good. Habisha, I don't know if you want me to drop some gems on you, Miss Habisha, the therapist. That DR in front of your name, it do feel good. Elle Mique, let me come back to you. Oh, and we also have Miss Nike in the chat. Miss Nike's working on hers as well too. That DR in front of that Miss Nike, it sound good and it feels great. Okay. Please drop in on you. Okay, Habisha, the next time you on live, I'm going to be in the chat pouring in onto you. Okay, by the end of that live, you are going to be looking for somebody's program to get into. Ocean Summers, that DR in front of your name do feel good. It do sounds good. Okay, El Meek, you got accepted into the program. You're doing it. Is it a fully online program? What are those logistics? Tell us about it. And do you feel be transparent? Okay, do
Mhm.
you feel as though you were too old? Let me just keep it a buck. Do you feel as though you were too old to go back to school?
No, no, no. I'm not. No, no. Age was never the reason. If I thought at all, let me say this and be clear. When you and I were talking in February, it
Mm,
was never. I never felt like I was too old or there wasn't a lot of reason to not do it. I really had not been thinking about it. It's just something that we deviate the path all the time,
all
as
the
far as
time.
what we could
All the
have done
time.
and would have done. And it's not that anything is wrong or that we think less of ourselves. At this point, my reason to do it is because a year, when I have to have so much that I've already done,
Hmm.
and a year to get it done, it just did not make sense not to do.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, if I was looking at the Georgia State program, that was going to be 5 years, and then I would maybe have a graduation at the same time as my retirement party.
Hmm.
That might not have been I wouldn't have been as incentivized. But I could finish this program and still have 5 years to go, and maybe prayerfully, I wouldn't even have to write it out in the classroom. I mean, I could do something else.
Right.
But so for me, it was the ease of. Now I'm saying ease in terms of time.
Hmm.
And the summer and this semester has been, after initially getting my footing, it has been a little bit. It's been all right. When I'm dreading, if I'm being honest, when I add work back to the mix here in another 30 days, because that would be more challenging. But I've had this time to get used to it. I mean, I can't act like diving back into scholarly research after 13 years. That was not easy. And I know y'all are gonna say, but I mean, I have established myself here on TikTok. I speak about overthinking 4 nights a week. So that was the other part. Is after you and I spoke. I mean, it wasn't anything that I wanted to spend a lot of time mulling over. Right? It's either you do it for these reasons or you don't do it. I just couldn't find enough reasons not to do it.
Right. Right. Thank you so much for sharing that. Now, the reason why I'm asking these questions is it's not it's never to judge or poke fun.
No.
It's real genuine questions
Mhm.
from responses I get from real people in real life, either in my classroom or here online or just in general overall. Are you able to keep up with the work?
Yes. I mean, at the moment. So how the flow is, because again, it's exclusively online. I
Hmm.
have one a chairperson and it's not like a class. So the last time when I was doing it, I had to take the coursework that got me the 30 credits beyond the master. So I was involved in classes and we had the discussion post and the regular thing like you for online school, respond to a couple people's
Hmm.
posts. But now, like when people say, well, how's class going? Like they don't understand it. It's not, I don't ever have to meet with anybody or when the
Okay.
other people in the room were not engaged in any interaction. at all in a class setting. There's not a Zoom where I'm going to meet. I have made the choice to be on have a weekly phone call with my chairperson just because I said I need my hand held at this point early on. It was very, I don't want to use the word hard because that wasn't, it was just different to go from not being involved in research. I mean, for those of us who have done this level of education, you know, it's immersive, right?
It
I
is.
mean, I remember years ago feeling bad to read leisurely books or like, you know, like, or stealing time in the checkout line at the grocery store, reading a magazine because I knew when I get home, I don't have time for that, you know? Diving back into research and having a topic that then I have to study and hope that the research actually matches what it is that the point that I'm trying to make. And maybe it wouldn't, or maybe the article that I find happens in Belgium or Ethiopia, and it has absolutely nothing to do with what I'm trying to give in the local context. So that's what was kind of hard. But the way that this semester is that they have a week where you have a draft of your paper, and so I should have said maybe, and for each quarter, I will complete a part of the paper, and so those parts go together. So in this part, I have been working on the introduction and setting up my problem of practice, talking about why it's a problem and how it impacts the social determinants of health. And so I've had to complete each section, and even that's broken down in 3 sections. So at the end of I'll have that part done. One week we do the paper. The next week we do a reflection. They have a long list of questions that we're to answer, and those get to be the discussion posts. So I will go in, I will post. I have an option of 2 or 3, as long as every reflection question is done at the end of the 11 weeks, because she said those reflections go into the paper in the fourth quarter. That will become so we're kind of working on everything as we go, and they have it chunked. They have a writing guide where they tell you how the paper is supposed to go. They give you sentence starters. I mean, I really, honestly, I hate to say too much because it's like, and I know I don't have a laughter button on this side, but if I told you how easy they're making it, and you know how geared towards success that they are, it's like it's like, am I really working? I mean, not I am, but it's easier, you know. I mean, than it was even before. So yeah, I will say I'm so glad that you encouraged me to do this.
Good. I'm glad to. Thank you so much for why am I saying thank you? You're welcome. You're welcome, friend. But I want to scroll back up in the chat. For those of you just joining on in today, I am checking in interview. I don't this is not even an interview. This is a check-in. Elle is invited back into office hours with Dr. Johnson. I got in, and look, her divine alchemy. I just spoke your name. Um Last week I had a nice collaborative conversation with her divine alchemy, and I'm doing that again today with Elle Mique. Jessica, I see you. Welcome on in. Um, Elle, we all know Elle is in a new doctoral program. Habisha, I see your question. We're going to come to you. We all know Elle is in a doctoral program. She's gone
I'm
back to
answering her
school.
now.
She will be studying teaching full time come next month, August. And I wanted her to come on here and just briefly share her experience. We're touching on ageism. We're touching on, just going back to school period and starting over because a lot of people don't want to. A lot of people are afraid. So we even have Dr. T in the chat, and I think Dr. T has mentioned on her in her space that she was even considering going back to school, and she already had DR in front of her name. Heck, I was even considering going back to school. I even applied to a program, but I just chose financial aid was tricky. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna always be transparent. Okay, I got accepted into an executive MPA program. The MPA is a Master's in Public Administration. I got inspired. I thought maybe I can be the next, Barack Obama, so work within government, work within, local social services. So I said, hey, let me go apply to an MPA program, Masters in Public Administration, and start this, working in some possibly some city jobs, et cetera, et cetera. Got accepted into the program. Then I got a big from financial aid. You've exhausted all funds. I only got 99,000 in student loans. However, I have friends who have 300 upwards, thousand. I have friends who have 300,000 in student loans, and you guys stop me with my little measly 99K. So whatever. We all consider going back to school at one point. So Elle, thank you so much for being transparent. Thank you so much for just sharing your overall experience. I want to scroll back up to Habisha the therapist. She said, "L, which doctoral program are you in? Please lay it out. EDD, but lay it out for us in the chat. Which doctoral program is Elle Mique currently in with the concentration, and then also briefly touch on your dissertation topic. You got to.
It's the program is they didn't have the one that I was in 13 years ago. So I think this is education, leadership, and curriculum at the doctorate of education.
The EDD.
And what the requirement of this capstone was that I do not have to do my own research. I am to identify a problem in education, and of course that they're bountiful, but that can be solved by existing research. So what I'm doing is going out and finding what other people have researched, and then synthesizing that information to make the point that I'm trying to make. And my topic is effective teacher professional development and its impact on student achievement.
Right. Let me ask you something. Upon graduating, once you get this doctoral degree, PD, welcome on in. Excuse me, Dr. PD, welcome on in. For those of you just joining, once again, quick recap. I brought back Elle Mique. She's a familiar face. She is currently in a doctoral program. I wanted her to come on here and share her experience. I have so many guests, so many students, even just come up on here, scared about going to school, scared about being in school full time and going to school, just juggling life and going to school. So I wanted to bring up somebody on here who is in school, doing it, being successful at it, and share their experience. There's also somebody else in the chat. I don't know if Lady Red is still here, but I definitely have to bring up Lady Red. You're doing the EDD program. Lady Red is doing the social work program. I would love for her to come up here one time and share her overall experience, because social work is that's an important field of work. Okay, Elle Mique, upon graduating, once you get the EDD, are you staying? So you've currently been a school teacher for 20 odd years. Okay. Do you have plans to transition into something else?
Definitely.
What
I
would
would
you?
transition into something else tomorrow.
Oh, you would.
I would. I
With
would
you?
if if it were available. And actually, I haven't spoken to you, but I told you that did that cohort for the academic coach thing. So I mean, so they have a pool open at my district, and I did apply. I applied anyway. I hit the submit button. So it's just a matter of if somebody called. But if not, I will be in the classroom. But yeah, I'm not married to the classroom. I could be done with
Classroom
that at any
teaching.
time.
Okay. Were you feeling somewhat burnt out? Is that also kind of was a part of the driving force to apply to this doctoral program? Because I'm just trying to understand where your head was at. Did you want to change? Did you feel as though you going back to school, you attaining this degree would assist you in transitioning or pivoting into something else? Take us there.
Generally speaking, I'm a person. I think I pride myself on being a person who finishes what I begin.
Okay.
And I'm just make it on a smaller scale. Like I've been in the gym or been in a aerobics class and seen people quit and before it's over, and they for whatever reason, right? I don't know what the reason was, but I always think, oh, I could never do that. I always stay from the opening stretch to the last, to the cool down. And where even for me, when I stopped going to class, there is a degree between the master's and the doctorate in education called the specialist. And it is those 30 credits beyond the master's. So for me, like you said, in full transparency, with a young child that was, going through her own issues in grade school, when I hit those 30 credits in the what is, I don't want to say the Georgia Professional Standards Commission that's over the certificates, when they got the information and made me a T5 and my salary changed, I was good. You know what I mean? I didn't need to, I didn't,
Okay.
there was no draw on like, oh, I need to be a doctor. And as a matter of fact, there were a couple people in my school. One woman was in my same program. She was a couple semesters beyond me. But when she came out, I was looking, and it's like, to me, she wasn't she wasn't shooting up into whatever just because she became Dr. So and so. So that kind of cooled my jets as
Okay.
well. I mean, and of course, and I don't know how hard she was applying or what she, if there was what else was going on. But I said, well, I mean, again, there wasn't an example to follow in terms of what I know. I never wanted to be the principal or assistant principal. That's not at all what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Just, you know, like you said, maybe be able to teach college or just be effective in some kind of way. If I would write something, I mean, I could write a book now, but if it looks better or different to say doctor on it, then maybe that's what I would do. I just know that I don't want to be in the classroom for 30 years. And at this point, I'm 5 years from being able to say that's what I am.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you something. For those of you just joining on in, welcome. Thank you so much. Today we're having a collaborative conversation with Elle Mique. I wanted her to highlight her experience going back to school, being a professional and going back to school. Elle Mique, what advice would you give somebody who is currently working a full-time job, currently juggling their life, thinking about going back to school, nervous? Let me think about the words: nervous, scared, don't feel as though they'll be able to keep up. What advice would you give somebody who was in your shoes?
So the first thing that I would say is you really need to evaluate your situation and consider what you want.
Right.
I mean, if you're good with the way that things are, then I guess you would, you stay, look at the job field that you're in. What does education get you?
Right.
Is it going to get you a promotion? Is it going to get you be able to, able to do something else totally, or maybe
Mm-hmm.
a whole different job? I mean, maybe another degree in a different field is what you would want to consider doing. As far as working full time, and of course we all, get busy. We have families or whatever. There are a lot of programs that have people like us in consideration, right? I mean,
Right.
there are people who want who expect the workers and the family people to. That doesn't mean you shouldn't ever go back to school and finish anything, because you always have the right or the availability to change yourself, to change your path. And what I would say, because we got to bring the overthinking into it,
Okay. I know. I
is,
knew it was
you know,
coming. I know it was
is
coming.
don't overthink it. I mean, you
Right.
can, you don't let fear be the reason that you stay doing what you're doing. I mean, for me, if anything, being older gives me the perspective that, what, if I want anything to change, and if I want nothing to change, it is all in the power of my hands.
Right.
It's not going to be anybody else's fault. I mean, I pick with you because, it's convenient to say you forced me to do it. And when I'm turning in
Mm-hmm.
papers at 5 in the morning, it's nice to have somebody's name on the other end of that expletive. But, but it's all love, and it's
Right.
just like I know it was all love that have made you encourage me, to go ahead and do that. So yeah, I would say, what, and every year the graduation time, you see there's a Cinderella story about somebody old that is graduating, older, seasoned,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and so it's just like it's not beyond the stretch of imagination. Just like some people like my age or older on TikTok being live hosts. I mean, today's 50 is not yesterday's 50. That's what I'll say.
Okay. True.
And so I I can live for 50 more years, and at least I would spend the rest of it as Dr. Meek, as opposed to wondering what could have been. So that's what I would say.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. Another question I want to ask you that I've gotten: the LMS, the learning management system. The majority of
Okay.
these schools, they use either Blackboard or Canvas. Anybody in here in the chat are probably familiar with the terms Blackboard or Canvas. That's the program that they use to, teach the courses. Okay. Coach Chantel, welcome on in. I see you. Dr. T, I see you. How has what program is does yours program use any of those, Blackboard or Canvas? Which one are you on?
Canvas.
You're on
They use
Canvas.
Canvas, which conveniently is also what I use at work. So it wasn't unfamiliar to me.
Okay, so that's what I wanted to lean in on. How was your experience navigating that new platform? Do you feel as though you were able to pick up on it? Do you feel as though you're able to stay on task? Are you savvy enough to navigate it?
Well, of course I am.
But okay,
Right.
I know you is. I know you are, Miss Keena. I see you. Welcome on in. I
But
know you
no,
are, but I'm
I,
asking this question because
what I
people
will say
sometimes.
is they do have a whole orientation, right? There's a class. If I
Okay,
log in right now, there is a class called orientation. It kind of so you can click around there and kind of play, before you even that was available a couple of days before class actually began. They also have, they have the Zooms on the computer center
hmm,
where you could go in and they kind of screen share and show you how to navigate Canvas and find certain things that are around there. And every time I log in, there's little arrows that pop up, just like any other app that you might use that kind of show you this is that and this is and that is this. So you could always call somebody and at tech support or at the
right.
computer center and get the assistance. So everything is available. That wouldn't be a reason to say, oh, I can't do this because it's too complicated. The fact that we're all here on this phone/computer means that we can, we're not technologically, deficient.
Exactly, exactly. One more question before I let you go. Remove Dr. Johnson told me or persuaded me or motivated me to join the program. What is your why for joining this program? What do you want to leave? What impact do you want to have upon graduating from this doctoral program?
You mean what impact do I want to have as Dr. Me, or what
Yes, yes.
propelled me forward from this point
As
here now?
the first one, as Dr. Meek.
Okay.
Hmm. I want you to
I
think about that
guess you
one.
know what the impact. I'm gonna say this. It's probably nothing that I can quantify because just like
Hmm.
pressing my button to go live for the first time, right? I
Right.
didn't know. I didn't have a plan for how that was going to go. And then when you look back, you realize, oh, that's the impact. And maybe that's the same for you. I mean, I don't know if you get up every day and say, this is what I'm going to do, and this is who I'm going to touch, and this is who I'm going to reach. It's almost better that you don't do that because it's more impactful even on you when you realize, oh, wait a minute, somebody is journaling because I made the suggestion that that's what they ought to do with their thoughts. Like that's when they come back and tell you that, that's fantastic.
Right.
In my daily life in the classroom, I'm tasked with having a learning objective and success criteria, right? And so every day, anybody walking in and the children in the room are expected to know what is going on. And so that's my life for 40 hours a week. I don't really live like that outside of that. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? If I
Hmm.
can, if I just, if I, as I can tell my story, and I tell it on my live regularly. So that kind of, to me, is more impactful. I mean, if I can tell somebody that you're never too old, it's never too late,
Right.
and that you just never know what can happen. I mean, it's to me, it's even a part of my TikTok journey now because if I had never pressed my button and you and I had never met,
Hmm.
I'd be getting ready to go to work, dragging my tote bag, behind me, like, but at least now I have something to look forward to and gives me energy so that maybe by the end of this school year, I will be doing something else after years of saying what I would have done, what I should have done. So that's what, and so if somebody can see me, because already
Hmm.
at work, I said I'm starting school on May 25th as the year was winding down. And,
Hmm.
people are excited about that. Or people are excited about the program that I'm in. And so then they ask for the gentleman's phone number. And so if I can be encouraging in that way, that's what, if somebody just sees me doing it,
Right.
I don't necessarily want to have a plan, but if you see me and I can lead by example,
Hmm.
number one, just as an older student, and number two, because I talk about overthinking every night. And so it just would not make sense
Right.
for me to be sitting anywhere overthinking my life choices. So
Okay.
that's really it.
I love that, Elming. Thank you so much for sharing. And before I let you go, you're live. What can people expect if they want to follow you, if they want to stay connected with you? Your ruminating room. What you got going on over there? Before I let you go, what
Not the
what is over?
ruminating room.
What is happening over in Dr. Stahl? I see you. I didn't want to interrupt my guest. I see you, Dr. Stahl. Thank you so much for being here. Today we are interviewing, we're having a collaborative conversation with Elle Mique. She's a seasoned guest. She's a familiar face. She's been here multiple times. She's hooting and hollering about Dr. Johnson done made her get into the doctoral program. And I get, you guys, I get text messages 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I'm submitting this. I'm submitting this. Thank you. If she want to cuss me out, she cussing me out through text. So guess what? I brought her up to do it in front of y'all because she who every other aisle, every other live I go into and I enter into it, she hooting and hollering about Dr. Johnson got her in this doctoral program and she is whooping her. I wanted to whoop her because that DR in front of your name feels amazing. So that's what we're having a conversation today. We're about to wrap up shortly. Elle Mique, what can we expect in your room? What do you have going on?
I talk about all things overthinking 4 nights
Okay.
a week.
Okay.
Sunday, Monday, Wednesday at 9:30, and on Fridays at 10 o'clock. And at the moment, I have been able to maintain my schedule. It's actually, where I, decompress. So we come in, it's an overthinking after dark. The lights are down, and I got the colors going, and we just kind of, it could be, we could talk about anything and how overthinking impacts us. So we might talk about going back to school or overthinking your job search. Or the other day we did overthinking in music, what music keeps us in the spiral versus a
Hmm.
song that brings us out of it. I just try to find different aspects of our lives that we all deal with and how overthinking keeps us from really from living our best lives because we're caught up in the fear and we don't take any action.
Right. Right. I love that. So, you guys, if that is something that interests you, or if you just want to stop by and support Elle Meek, she go live every other night. Just like Dr. T. Dr. T go live every other day. I see Dr. T on live every day. I'd open the app. I gotta jump into Dr. T room because she on live. I Elle Meek is on live. I gotta get into the room. Dr. T is on live. I gotta get into. I gotta see any other day, every day. Just go into the live and just receive the gems, receive the PD too. I see PD every other day. On live. Go into these rooms, receive the gems, connect, build a community. And sometimes when you're in these rooms, you don't know what information you're receiving. And sometimes you got to hear something from somebody outside of your network, outside of your everyday norm. Amik, I'm sure there's multiple people who told you, go back to school. You should finish. You're almost there. But this boy down in Miami that met you online and said, Doctor, look at me calling you doctor. El Meek, go get that degree. The next week, you told me you was filling out that application. That's all
Yep,
it takes. That's all it takes. The connection is all it takes.
that's right.
And I brought you back here to show other people that they just have to see and hear somebody else doing something that they want to do because they
Hmm.
could do it too. It can be
Right,
done. It can be done. And the reason why they're not doing it is why that overthinking is stopping them.
right.
And you gotta overcome that overthinking.
Hmm. Yes, indeed.
And y'all see one of my unofficial moderators in the chat, Dr. T. She holding me down in the chat. She just what not to do. That's a good one. Exactly, Dr. Star. If you overthinking some stuff, go on into over El Meek's room late at night, and she gonna get you right with the overthinking. El Meek is also one of our moderators, so I'm gonna drop her down because we're about to get into the nitty gritty of
They even
some
put me to
jobs.
work.
Gonna put you to work. Gonna put you to work because you already got what I want you to post, man. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate Aaron Turner. I appreciate Pals. I appreciate y'all.
We
Once
appreciate you, sir.
All right, thank you so much. Once again, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Continue to show up, continue to be great. You and somebody said in the chat before a little while ago, a year is gonna go by like this.
Exactly. And the time is
Okay?
going to pass anyway. That's for
The time
everybody
is
else
gonna
out there.
pass.
The time is going to pass anyway. So you could be sitting on a year wishing that you would have or being done.
Exactly. Exactly. So you just really just have to do it. You just have to start.
Right.
It's like how you always say, just press that live button. Just send that application either to that job or to that program.
Hmm.
Just do it. El, I appreciate you. I'm gonna see you in the chat, okay?
All right.
And I'm ready for Professor Tip number one. Yeah, I'm putting her to work. I appreciate her. Dr. T, I see you. Thank you so much. Dr. Stahl, I see you. Dr. PD, I see you. Look at Aaron Turn. Come on now. Which one we doing? Which one we doing? So you guys, now we doing Professor Tips. You guys know my Professor Tips. Sometimes it'll be some information I'm sharing, or other times it'll be some jobs. Sort of welcome on in. You joined just right in time for some professor tips. The first professor tip is I Health America. Now, you guys know there's three jobs that I always share with you guys, and it's a variety of roles and a variety of requirements. Okay, because I'm big on something for everybody. I'm big on there's something for everybody. So the first role that I want to share with you guys is from I Health America. It is a patient engagement associate. The patient engagement associate delivers exceptional customer service by responding to scheduling inquiries, resolving basic concerns, providing accurate information through multiple communication channels. You're interacting with customers via telephone, email, chat, SMS. It's a full-time role, fully remote. I'm only dropping remote jobs because that's what y'all want. That's what I keep hearing. You guys keep messaging me. Y'all want the jobs. Y'all want the remote jobs because y'all don't want to leave y'all house. Y'all just want to get this, still get paid, but do it at home. Please, also, as I'm sharing these jobs, if this job title is not something that you want, I Health America is hiring for other roles. Okay. Let's go on to professor tip number two. Professor tip number two, which one we want to do? Professor tip number two. I'll see you, Dr. T. Dr. T, you gonna apply to that patient engagement associate role? Um, I'm playing with you. Okay, we're gonna do Western. Perfect. So next we're going up. This is Western Atlantic University School of Medicine. They are looking for a senior enrollment manager, fully remote. Fully remote. Once again, I just had them to do. Okay, she might. I know she will because I know I might too. If I could just stay at home and just pick up a couple of calls. What's up? How may I help you? Can I verify your information, your insurance? What's up? And get a little check on the side. Easy. That's easy money. You guys, you can't be prideful when you get these jobs. Well, it depends. No, it don't depend because garbage man makes 75K. Yeah. Push the pride aside. Get the jobs done and get this money. Easy money. Some of these jobs are easy money, soda. Dr. T, exactly. You have to diversify. Hey, let me continue. Western Atlantic University School of Medicine. That's what the acronym is, okay? They are looking for a senior enrollment manager. It's a fully remote job, but you will be traveling at least 20% annually. That's not too much. The senior enrollment manager assists in the management of student recruitment and admission strategies for the university in an assigned territory by creating and executing territory management plan, responsible for identifying and advising prospective students through application and enrollment processes. The starting salary for this one is 75K. I said starting. I said starting. Just because it says starting, that doesn't mean you got to start there. The starting salary for this one is 75K, fully remote, 20% travel, Western Atlantic University School of Medicine. Okay, let's go on to professor tip number three. Professor tip number three is Author Health. Let's wait for one of my moderators to tap in. Okay, you, Dr. T, Dr. Style, exactly. You guys, just because if a job requisition says 70 to 90, do not go into them people them job and you're gonna accept 70. Hey, go into them job and say, if even if you don't have no previous job, go into them job and say, I'll take 90. I'm comfortable taking 90 starting. Fuck is you talking about? Oh, sorry, I discuss. What are you talking about? If you see a job requisition and it says 100 to 130, do not go into that job taking 100. Tell them folks you'll start off at least 125, 130. That could be you're comfortable starting there. That job pay you see on the requisition, them people are not paying you. It's the company. Why are you feeling bad? Dr. Style said you better negotiate these people. Pay. Author Health. Are we good at Author Health? So you said your highest paid job was 42K. Don't ever tell an employer that. If you apply for this job just said starting 75. If you apply to this job, you telling people you're comfortable starting at 80. Make sure you don't ever tell them people your highest job was ever was what you said 42. Don't ever tell nobody. Thank you. You feel comfortable sharing that, because we family here. But when you're applying to them jobs and people don't know you, don't ever say 42K. Tell them higher than what is listed on the job requisitions. Okay. Let's continue. But I was living in Utah and now in California. And you in California? I beg. It is expensive. You need to put a one in front of that 42. We're gonna get you right. The third one that I want to share with you guys is Author Health. Author Health. I see you, Dr. T, with the taps. Author Health. Author Health is looking for a regional outreach manager within their behavioral health division. Uh, okay, hold on. Let me just pin this one just so my people can see. Dr. T want me to get to 50K, but I also want my people to see this job name. Author Health, okay? Author Health is looking for a regional outreach manager within their behavioral health department. This role involves travel throughout Florida. It's fully remote. It's fully remote, but you will be traveling to Florida. Okay. You will support a team of field based individuals to maximize their abilities to reach patients and create access to behavioral health services. Behavioral health, mental health, they go hand in hand. That's important. Okay. This salary, fully remote, they are starting off at 63 to 68. 63 to 68. Don't accept 63K. You go into them people jobs saying 68 and up. You go into them people jobs 68 and up. What are you talking about? So, briefly, let's run down these real quick. One more time. iHealth America, Patient Engagement Associates, Senior Enrollment Manager at Western Atlantic University School of Medicine. The third one, Regional Outreach Manager for their Behavioral Health Division at Author Health. Are we going to get these jobs? Are we going to get these jobs? Let me see what y'all are saying. Not me tapping my soul out. Don't even 70. Yeah, at least, at least, at least. Yolanda, I see you. Welcome on in. At least. Once again, iHealth America, Western Atlantic University School of Medicine, and Author Health. You guys, if these job titles are not what don't align with you and what you got going on or what you have experience in, just know, be aware, they're hiring other roles. There are other opportunities. I said Author Health. I said Western Atlantic University School of Medicine. And I also said iHealth America. Apply to the jobs you see. Okay. Soda says she's gonna look up more about the field. Yes, and make sure you're connected with Dr. T. I see you in the chat. You guys, we at 45K. It's hot. I'm hungry. I can't stay for the 45K. Dr. T, I beg, Dr. T. I can't wait for the 50K. I gotta go. I'm hungry. I'm tired. It's hot. I gotta go. I gotta wrap this up. I appreciate you guys. Today was a good conversation. Today was a needed conversation. I wanted to bring Elle Mique up to show any there might even if there's just one person in the chat who's considering going back to school or currently in school struggling or just don't have no motivation. I brought somebody up to show you, hey, she's doing it, you could do it too. Hey, if you had a thought, there's a reason why you had the thought that you want to go back to school, because it can be done. And look, I brought you somebody who's doing it. Representation is important. And you guys are, even just outside of healthcare, forget the healthcare for a moment. Representation is so important. You have to see, this is how our brains work. We have to see who's doing something that we would want to be doing at least similarly. We have to see it. We have to hear about it. We have to see it. Okay. Her Divine Alchemy said, go east. You want to bring me back on my convo next month? Yes. Just text me and tell me when you want me to be there. This conversation is important. Higher education is important. You guys see there's a lot being taken away from us. Our degrees will never be taken away. My DR in front of my name will never be taken away. Okay? So please, you guys, go to school. Even if you, even before I go, even if you can't pay for it, pull out the loan. Hey, just pull the loan out. I know some people are like iffy about the loans. That's one less stress you have while you're in school. Just pull the loan out. Let me tell you something. I graduated to full transparency before I gotta go because I'm gonna leave. I graduated 2022 with my last degree, with my terminal degree, my Doctor of Health Science, 2022. They haven't sent me not one bill. Hey, boy, not one bill. Not one bill yet. Not one bill. Not one bill. My garnishes, my wages haven't been garnished. I've bought in a house before within that time frame. Once again, my wages have not been garnished. Hey, I'm not saying you don't have to pay them back. Yes, you have to pay them back, but just know they're not hounding you. I'm not being hounded. It's been about 4 years now. I haven't paid not one bill. They haven't. Each time I get an email response from them, it's saying, "Oh, it's we're working on it," or a lot of them are getting sued. Sally Mae, Novent, Mohalia, a lot of them are getting sued. So a lot of them are having legal issues right now. So this is the best time to go to school because they got a lot going on. Hey, I'm getting emails. Oh, it's being pushed back. They send me the bill. It's saying zero at the bottom. So it's like, I know I have 99,000 in student loans, but you're the zero. What are we doing? So I said all that to say, go to school. If you have to pull out the loan, do not be afraid to pull out the loan. Then people not taking your check. Well, let me not speak for everybody, but just know my checks haven't been garnished. I know a lot of people, my two friends who are over 300,000 plus, their garnishes have not been, their wages have not been garnished. You guys, please go to school. Please go to school and don't let the money be the issue. Pull the loan out. Subsidized or unsubsidized, pull it out. Hey, just pull it out. Pull them loans out and keep it pushing. You see what Her Divine Alchemy said? Let me pin that because I gotta go. Pull the loans out and keep it pushing. I had a friend who was pulling out loans and paying their bills and paying their college tuition because they wasn't going to school because their school program was kicking their butt. So they pull out extra loans to pay their bills and pay the tuition and pay their books so they can be comfortable while going to school and now they're a doctor in front of their name. Please, you guys, we wrapping this up. Go to school. Let me play my song as we wrap up. Let me play my song. Can you guys chuck up some deuces in the chat for me? We out. And y'all got me to 50K. I see you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys. It's time that go to school. Can I have somebody drop in the chat, go to school? Please go to school. Just go to school. I see you. I see you. Yolanda, I see you. Her Divine, I see you. Dr. T, I see you. We gotta go. We all going to school. We going to school.